Do you know what's so wild to me is that there are so many people starving in life. I mean, not because they're not smart enough, not because that they're not pretty enough, not because they're not capable either, but literally because most of them don't ask. Like they don't know how to ask. They literally just sit there, their lips are sealed. They're waiting for, somebody to read their mind, waiting for some magical opportunity to knock on their door. Like they're waiting for the universe to spoon feed them success while, they play humble in the corner. Like, girl, let me slap you with reality, okay? Closed mouths do not get fed. And if you keep that mouth shut, if you keep that, your voice silent, you will fucking starve. Like, seriously, you will starve. Not just literally, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and financially. Like, babes, personally, I've seen it too many times. Like, honestly, there are a lot of people out there, they act like, silence is grace. Like, like humility means being agreeable, like, it's classy to never say what you want. Like, no, okay? That's not humility. That's literally just self abandonment. That's you betraying yourself while calling it being polite. And you know what? The world will never reward politeness. It will never. Because one thing about this world is that it rewards audacity. Okay? If you want to eat, you have to open your damn mouth. If you want respect, you have to demand it. Okay? If you want the bag, you have to say it out loud. And also, here's the thing, people are so terrified of asking. There are a lot of y'all that are so terrified of asking. Like, why are you guys terrified? One of the things I think is that, most people, they're terrified of rejection, terrified of, embarrassment, terrified of being told the word no. Yes. And I get it. Me, I've been there too. I've had moments where I thought that what do you call that? What do you call this? Like, if I ask for this, they will think that I'm doing too much. If I say this, they will think that I'm ungrateful. If I want more, they will judge me. And you know what happened? Every single time I stayed quiet, nothing. Yeah, nothing. Nothing happened. I got nothing. I stayed stuck. I stayed starving because I did not even give myself the chance to get fed. And that's just the truth, babes. And also, I'm going to be real, okay? How many of y'all have blocked your own blessings just by keeping your mouth shut? How many opportunities, that slipped away because you were too scared to say, hey, I want this? How many connections did not happen because you never sent the message? How many doors never opened because you never knocked? Like, do you get that? That's the tragedy of silence. It's not the world that is ignoring you, it's that you are ignoring yourself. Like, seriously. And also, I'm gonna drag this. There are so many of you who confuse being easygoing with being invisible. Like, you think you're being chill, low maintenance, cool girl coded, but what you're actually doing is that you're teaching people that you don't need anything, you don't want anything, you don't expect anything. And guess what? People believe you. Babes, they will treat you exactly how you allow them to. If you never ask, they will never offer. That's just the tea. If you never demand, they will never deliver. One thing about people who always close their mouth is that they don't just stay hungry, they teach everyone else around them to starve you too. Because you can influence people with that kind of mindset. And like, it's a very bad mindset, okay? Like me, I've learned this the hard way. The times in my life when I thought that, no, I don't want to bother anyone. No, I don't want to be too much. No, I don't want to sound entitled. Those were the times I felt the most resentful because deep down I wanted something, you know? I needed something. I knew that I deserved something, but I was too scared to ask. And then, I would watch someone else, like someone with half the talent, half the beauty, half the confidence, open their mouth and get it. Like, do you understand that? And that's when it hit me. Like, this is not about worthiness, it's literally about the audacity. One thing about audacity that is that audacity, it feeds you. Audacity takes you places, okay? Audacity, it creates the opportunities that, being humble will never will. Do you get that? Like, that's why I say audacity is elegance. Audacity is also class because what's more elegant than a woman who knows what she wants and is not afraid to say it? What's more powerful than a person who doesn't just hope but demands? Okay. And I'm going to talk about rejection. Like, let's talk about rejection because I know that's the demon whispering in your ear every time you want to ask. Like you think that, what if they say no? Babe, so what? So what? But what if they say yes? What if they say, actually, yeah, let's do it? What if that one question changes everything for you? Like, do you get that? Like, you are letting the fear of a two-letter word keep you from a life that could feed you forever. And honestly, even if they do say no, you're still better off. Because at least you know now, at least you tried, at least you built the muscle of asking. Because every no makes you bolder. Every rejection, it makes you hungrier. And also, here's the thing that people don't get: no is not a dead end, okay? The word no is redirection. No is the universe saying that, okay, not here, not this one, but keep going, okay? Because every single no gets you closer to the yes that matters. Do you understand that? Like, do you get me? But you will never even get to the no if you don't open your mouth. Do you get that? Like, you will never get anywhere if you stay silent. And here's the gag: people are way more willing to say yes than you think. Like, trust me, the opportunities that you're scared to ask for are often one DM away, like one conversation away, one bold moment away. Like, you're sitting there starving while the food is literally just on the table waiting for you to say, like, pass me the plate, it's my turn, okay, it's my turn. Like, do you get that? So, okay, let me be so freaking real with you. You need to stop letting politeness starve you, okay? Stop letting fear starve you. Stop letting other people's judgments starve you. Because people are literally going to judge. They're going to judge you anyway. They're going to call you entitled, extra, too much. But you know what? Let them, okay? I want you to let them. Because while they're talking about you, like, you're eating while they're gossiping, you're glowing. Like, babes, let them choke on their opinions while you're full. Because, like, that's the difference. And this is not just about asking for money or opportunities. This is about asking for respect, asking for boundaries, asking for love. Because if you don't ask for respect, you will get disrespected. If you don't ask for loyalty, you will get betrayed. If you don't ask for more, you will always get less. Because one thing about silence is that it does not just starve you of blessings, it starves you of dignity. Like, do you really think that people are mind readers? Do you really think that they will magically know how to treat you if you never open your mouth? Because no, they will treat you the way you allow them to. Because closed mouths don't just stay hungry, okay? They stay disrespected, and that's on you. Take accountability from that. Like, that's literally on you. If, yeah. So I don't want you closing your mouth if you think that you deserve, like, better, you deserve all the things that you think you deserve. Open your mouth. Learn how to ask, okay? I don't want you, just like staying silent. Cause like, okay, and also, do you know what kills me about people who are scared to ask is that they act like rejection is the end of the world. Like, oh my God, what if they say no? Like, babes, a no won't kill you. Okay. Again, a no won't kill you. You know what will? Silence, starvation, settling. Because a no is not death. A no is literally just information. A no, it's just a redirection to the thing that actually belongs to you. But when you never ask, you're not even giving life the chance to redirect you. You're just stuck in limbo. Yeah, wondering why nothing changes. And and again, I'm going to be honest. A no, a no hurts your ego, not your life. Yeah, I'm clocking you. You will survive a no. We both know that you will survive a no. You will cry, you will roll your eyes, you will feel stung, but babes, you will survive, okay? And what you won't survive is that it's the quiet death of never trying. Like, trust me, that's the scarier reality. People are out here scared of a two-letter word when the real nightmare is waking up 10 years from now, realizing you kept your mouth shut and missed your whole life. And that's scary. Like, could never be me. Like, I don't want that. This is why I keep saying that audacity is elegance, because when you ask, when you demand, when you risk looking too much, that's when the world actually takes you seriously. Like, people respect audacity, okay? People respect boldness. They might call you entitled, they might gossip, they might whisper, but behind all of that, they know that you have the guts, and guts get rewarded. Think about it. Again, think about it. Every successful person you admire, they ask, they knocked on doors. Like, literally, they pitched themselves. They sent the risky text that they've been wanting to send it to like a person that they want to reach out to. They said that actually I deserve this. That's the difference, okay? The world does not hand feed shy people. The world, it crowns the bold. Like, do you understand that? Like, do you get that? And also, I know that most of y'all that are listening, y'all are thinking that, well, it's not that easy. What if people think I'm annoying? What if I push too hard? And here's my cutthroat response, okay? Who cares? People already think things about you. They are literally already judging you for free. They already misunderstand you. So why not give them something to really talk about? Right? Why not give them the audacity they will never forget? Do you got that? Like, because when you open your mouth, you're not just asking, you're declaring your worth. You're saying that I'm not invisible, I'm not small, I'm not waiting for scraps. I know what I bring to the table, and I'm hungry enough to claim my seat. And that's power. And people will feel that. People feel it. Opportunities feel it. Even the universe, it feels it, because the universe is audacious too. It does not whisper, it roars. Like, do you get that? And if you want to align that with you, like, you have to roar back. Okay? So now I'm going to drag something else. I'm going to talk about something else. It's the culture of false humility. You know what? There are a lot of people who love to shame audacity because they're bitter. Like, they literally couldn't ask, they couldn't risk rejection. So, you know what? They sit there, starved, bitter, and they project. Like, honestly, they do that. You know what? They call bold people, what they call audacious bold people like me, they call us like arrogant. They call confident women entitled. They call audacious people too much. But deep down, they wish that they had the guts. Like, trust me on that. They wish that they had the nerve. They wish that they had the audacity to ask, because they know silence is the reason they're stuck. Like, This is why I tell you, do not ever, don't let small people shame you into staying silent, because their silence is killing them and they want company in their grave. So don't join them. Don't be humble to the point of starvation. Don't let what do you call this? Don't let politeness turn into poverty. Like, you can be kind, you can be respectful, but you cannot be silent, okay? Closed mouths, again, closed mouths do not get fed. And neither do closed hearts, closed minds, closed spirits. Okay. And now I'm going to make it personal. I've had moments where, I kept my mouth shut because I thought it was polite. I thought, oh, I don't want to bother them. Oh, I don't want to look greedy. Oh, I don't want to sound entitled. And every time it fucking backfired. It did backfire because the person on the other end did not even know what I wanted. Like, they literally just assumed I was fine. Okay. They assumed that I did not care. And I sat there mad, resentful, bitter. Like, why didn't they give me more? Girl, they did not give me more because I never asked for it. And that's just the tea. And then the times I did open my mouth, the times I said, actually, I need this. Actually, I want this. Like, actually, here's my standard. Those were the times I got it. I got what I want. Not every time, but most times. Actually, I think always. And even when I did not get it, I got clarity. I learned who was worth my time and who was not. Asking exposes people. Like, trust me, asking reveals the truth. Silence, one thing about silence is that it just keeps you confused. And that's another reason to ask because it filters, it saves you time. For example, if you ask a man for loyalty and he can't give it to you, you just saved yourself years of heartbreak. If you ask a friend for reciprocity and they get offended, like, guess what? You just exposed the truth. Like, if you ask for a raise and your boss laughs, you just learn that you're in the wrong company. And one thing about asking is that it's not just about receiving, okay? It's about revealing. Because one thing about silence is that it protects liars. But asking, it reveals reality. And that's just the tea. Okay, again, that's just the tea. So if you want to live delusional in peace, stay quiet. But if you want to live real, raw, and respected, start asking. Like, trust me, start asking. And here's another slap, okay? Here's another slap. You can't say that you love yourself while starving yourself. Like, honestly, you can't say that you're confident while keeping your mouth shut. Because one thing about confidence is that it's loud when it needs to be. It's loud when it needs to be. Confidence says that I know what I want and I'm not afraid to say it, because silence disguised as confidence is literally just fear cosplaying as strength. So I want you to stop cosplaying. You know what? I also think about times I asked boldly and people were shocked. They would say that, oh my God, I can't believe that you just said that. And immediately I would be like, why not? Why wouldn't I ask for what I want? And that's when, what do you call this, I realized, come to the realization is that most people are trained to starve. Most people are trained to starve. Most people think that it's normal to go hungry. So when they see someone feasting, they're shook, they're jealous, they're inspired, but they're also exposed. Yeah, they're also exposed because you know what? It reminds them of what they could have had if they had just opened their mouths. And it's crazy. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna wrap this up the way it deserves to be wrapped because I've yapped a lot, okay? Brutally, honestly, and unapologetically. I'm gonna do it like that because here's the reality, okay? Here's the reality. Life does not care about your politeness, okay? Life does not reward silence. Life does not hand crowns to people who sit in the corner quietly hoping someone notices them. Because one thing about the world is that it bows to audacity. The universe, it bends for boldness. And if you're sitting there, starving, resentful, wondering why nothing is changing, I will tell you why. Because you have not had the guts to ask. You know, people treat you how you teach them to treat you. I've been saying this a lot on my TikTok videos and like shorts. If you walk around like you don't need anything, they will believe you. If you keep your mouth shut when someone disrespects you, they will keep disrespecting you. If you settle for crumbs, they will never serve you the cake. Closed mouths do not just stay unfed, they stay invisible. And one thing about invisibility is that it's actually, I can say it like this, it's the death for the soul. You know, I want you to understand this. Every time you don't ask, you're abandoning yourself. Every time that you're teaching yourself that your needs don't matter, that your desires don't matter, that your dreams do not deserve to be spoken out loud. And the more you do that, the more your self worth shrinks. Until one day you wake up and realize that you've been starving for so long, you forgot what being full feels like. You know, that's what silence does. It kills you slowly. Okay, now people will say that, but I don't want to look entitled. I don't want to seem greedy. I don't want to come off as ungrateful. And that's where I'm going to be cutthroat again. You're not greedy for asking for, what you deserve. You're not entitled for demanding disrespect. You're demanding respect. I mean, respect. You're not ungrateful for wanting more. You're just scared. And you're disguising your fear as humility. And that fear, that's what's going to bury you alive. You think audacity is dangerous, babes? Silence is way more dangerous. Silence is literally lethal. Silence, it keeps you broke. Silence keeps you unloved. Silence, it keeps you disrespected. Silence is the reason you keep going to bed at night with, resentment boiling in your chest because you know that you deserve better, but you're too scared to say it. And I'm here to slap you out of it. Ask, demand, speak, say it out loud. Say that I want this. Say I deserve this. Say that, that doesn't work for me. Say that you don't get to treat me that way. Say it with your chest. Say it with your glow. Say it even if your voice shakes. Because, babes, the only way to build confidence is to use it. The only way to get fed is to open your mouth. Open that damn mouth. Okay? And yes, you're going to piss people off. Yes, you're going to make people uncomfortable. Yes, they're going to call you arrogant, entitled, difficult, too much. But let me tell you something. Difficult women or people are fed. Arrogant women are fed. Too much women, like people who call women too much, like me, the only women starving are the ones who are still playing small to keep everyone else comfortable. And comfort won't feed you. Comfort will never crown you, okay? Comfort will bury you. Because let me tell you something. People respect audacity even when they pretend that they don't, okay? They might roll their eyes, they might gossip, they might act shocked, but deep down, they wish that they had the guts. Again, they wish that they had the guts because audacity, one thing about audacity is that it's magnetic. Audacity is unforgettable. Audacity is the difference between being average and being legendary, okay? And nobody remembers the quiet girl who never asked, okay? So here's the choice. Do you want to starve politely or do you want to feast audaciously? Do you want to be invisible or do you want to be unforgettable? Do you want to keep waiting or do you want to start asking? Asking. Because closed mouths do not get fed. And the longer you keep yours shut, the hungrier you will stay. So I want you to open it. Risk the no, risk the judgment, risk the gossip. Because one yes, one opportunity, one audacious ask could change your entire life. And when you're sitting there, full, glowing, thriving, like, babes, you won't even remember the fear that kept you quiet. Like, trust me on that. Okay? So here's my final slap. Stop starving yourself in silence, okay? Stop betraying yourself with politeness. Stop waiting for someone else to notice you, to save you, to hand you the life you want. Because, babes, nobody's coming. Nobody's thinking about you like that. It's on you, okay? And the only way you will ever get fed is if you have the audacity to ask, and if you open that damn mouth of yours that you're closing. So open your mouth, ask for the bag, ask for the respect, ask for the love, ask for the life you deserve. And do not stop asking until you're full, because the world belongs to the bold, and you were never meant to starve. And we both know that. Okay? So this is the latest episode of my podcast series, Real and Raw by Cyberth. My socials are on the description box below, and my link is there. Like, babes, you know the drill. This is also going to be uploaded on Spotify. So if you've watched until the end of the video, which is like this part, thank you. Okay? And I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe and stop being negative. Open your damn mouth. Okay?